Scott sent me a picture this morning. Man arrested at FA Cup final for wearing offensive Hillsborough shirt. And on the back of this shirt, he's got not enough and 97. I didn't watch the football yesterday. No interest in it, and yeah, didn't watch it. Now I understand hate between fans. I understand histories between clubs. I even understand the testosterone kicking in and youths meeting up and bouncing around on the toes in front of each other, wearing designer gear that's probably worth £500 or more, trying to be hard. Well, some are hard, some are, but they go out there and have a fight. And I totally get all that football rivalry, yeah. Now I've seen this shirt and it says "Not Enough" with the number 97 on the back, and I've seen somewhere it says on Twitter and Facebook and stuff that it's about, some are trying to say it's 97 points not enough to win the league in 2018, 2019. I've also read that there was more than one shirt there. So I read it on Sky. I'm not particularly bothered about which organisation. Man arrested at FA Cup final for wearing offensive Hillsborough shirt. 97 Liverpool fans died as a result of a crush at the FA Cup semi-final against Forest at Hillsborough in '89. So a man was arrested at Wembley for wearing the Manchester United shirt, which had an offensive reference to the Hillsborough disaster, in which 97 Liverpool fans died. A photograph was circulated on Twitter, which appeared to be a Liverpool fan account called Liverpool Photox, which showed the back of the man's shirt with the 97 on the back. The Metropolitan Police Events Twitter account retweeted the photograph, and anyway, he's been arrested on suspicion of a public order offence and taken into custody. In March 2023, the club's joint called on fans to end tragedy chanting against a Premier League match at Anfield. I just don't understand it. I'm all for free speech and voice what you think, but this, people have fucking died, and people think it's all right to go and put this kind of thing on a shirt. Now some of you will come at me and say, oh, you're all for free speech and stuff. I am. This isn't free speech. This isn't just, this is provoke other teams and stuff. Man United, Manchester United and Manchester City were playing in the cup final, and all this bloke has got in his head is to do this shirt. Liverpool are actually living rent free in his head. He's mocking people who were slowly crushed to death by a fence or in front of a fence. It isn't the best idea, really, is it, to do that? I have got a pretty dodgy sense of humour. I you know, when Ricky Gervais makes a joke about things, I'm laughing. I'll laugh about pretty much anything. But this isn't even funny. This isn't, there's no way this is close. I'm trying to voice it so I'm not offending and stuff, but this isn't even a joke. Any fan that sings about a disaster or death, you're fucked in the head. You're absolutely fucked in the head. Fans that sing about the Munich disaster. I mean, you see them there. They do the plane things and they take blow up planes. And they sing about it. Fans singing about the death of other fans. I mean, I even seen that on once ages ago that on the gates of Anfield, somebody had put a German flag with Munich 58 on it. Unless you're going to stand next to that flag, there is no point in doing it. If that Liverpool, if he was a Manchester United fan, if he wore that shirt and walked through the streets of Liverpool and stood next to the Beatles, that statue of the Beatles, then fair enough, go for it, fill your boots. Spitfire. But I just don't get it. I mean, it's like the dickheads who when Salah got, when his plane crashed, when he was signing for Cardiff. And you get the fans that were doing the fucking plane arms out, waving their arms around. I mean, when the chairman died at Leicester, the Burnley fans were singing songs of going down. What the fuck? People have died. You've got all the disasters. You've got the Bradford fire. Yeah. No doubt people have laughed about that. Ibrox, that were another one. Heysel, there's another one. What the fuck? None of these should be laughed about. None of them. I mean, some are saying prosecute the shop. You can get these things printed online. And even if you do go into a shop and you get some 21-year-old lad there who's just going to print the shirt off, he wouldn't know any different. Some don't know. This was over 30 years ago, Hillsborough. Not everybody tunes in. Some people just go to work. If I said to Ginger about Hillsborough, I doubt if she would know. And that's probably my fault for not educating her to, know about these things. It's just unbelievable. But anyway, another headline of today is a man who wore the football shirt appearing to reference the Hillsborough disaster at Wembley for the FA Cup final has been charged. The Metropolitan Police Events Twitter account who retweeted blah blah blah. James White, 33 of Warwickshire. I don't think Warwickshire is anywhere near Manchester, is it? Has been charged with displaying threatening or abusive writing likely to cause harassment, alarm or distress after allegedly wearing a football shirt at Wembley Stadium which appeared to make an offensive reference to the Hillsborough tragedy, the police said. In a tweet in the police force, a man has been charged with and been arrested during the FA Cup final at Wembley Stadium. They just keep repeating themselves all the time. So anyway, there's a picture of him being checked out and thrown into the back of a van. I just don't honestly understand why anybody would want to do that. Why would anybody want to wear a shirt that's got that on it? So it just amazes me, absolutely amazes me. The first ever Manchester Cup final took place and all he can do is wear a shirt about people who were slowly crushed to death. Some are saying it's the 97 points not enough. I just don't understand it. Just don't get it. I mean, the thing is, so he's 33. So Hillsborough was 30. Was it 34 years ago? So he wasn't even fucking born. He wouldn't have even known. He wouldn't have even seen the images of the people who were squashed against that fence and the pain on the faces, and they knew what was happening. I don't understand it. At the end of the day, we're all football fans. If anything, you go to watch your team and have a day out with your friends and your family. You go to watch your football team. You don't expect to be fucking crushed because of a useless bloody police force. Families are still grieving over this. Families are still grieving, and I'm not saying that they should ever get over it. They'll never get over losing it. Or somebody going out to watch a football match and never coming back. Never ever coming back home. Families will still grieve. They'll never get over it. And this is what happens. Things like this, I'm not saying they'll never remember, but things like this just bring back memories of never hearing that door click when it opens again. I love the banter between football fans. I love it. I'll joke at anything football. Harry Maguire, we're all joking about him. Everything like Leicester going down. No, we'll all laugh about it, yeah? It's there. Doesn't matter. Things like that don't matter. People dying at football matters. We have to have limits. We have to have limits what we laugh about, in theory. Yeah? I'll laugh about anything. People dying at football matches. Plane crashes with fucking footballers on them, dying. Yeah? We have to have limits. We have to show respect. We've got to show a mutual respect to things. I did it for fuck's sake once when Leicester played Liverpool down at the King Power. And Leicester fans held the Sun logo up on their phones to Liverpool fans. And I criticised the Leicester fans that did that because there's just no need for it. And I had loads of messages of support on my video from Scousers. Thank you, mate. Apparently I was being played all over Liverpool that night on phones of people watching it. So I was told. And they were thanking me for what I said. I didn't do that video for thanks. I didn't do that video to promote my channel or anything like that. I didn't do it for likes or money or anything. I did it because it was right. I said what I thought. Fans shouldn't be doing that to other fans. Now, some want him to lose his job. I've seen on there they want him to lose his job and his house and everything, yeah? When all said and done, people make mistakes. I don't know what he was thinking when he was doing this, and I'm not defending him. I can't defend him. But we all make mistakes. We all say the wrong thing. We all do the wrong thing sometimes. Now, I wouldn't punish him by losing his job and taking his house or whatever. The punishment I would do, if I was the judge sitting with him in front of me, I would say the punishment is, mate, you've got to go and spend 1 hour sitting with families of the victims of this horrific day, this horrific tragedy, this disaster. I can't even say the word. I can't even think of the words, because normally I just say things, but I can't on this. I would make him go and sit with the families for an hour. I would then also make him watch the footage and look at the photos and read the reports of what will happen that day. I'd make him watch these people have their life just slowly squoze out of them. I used to go to the football in the 80s and the 90s when we had all them fences there, and you were herded around basically just because of fucking football hooligans. You know, to protect the players on the pitch, to protect other fans from other fans. So I know what it was like to be behind them fences in the 80s. And when fans surged and stuff and you were crushed up against it, but it was sorted so that you all stepped back again. And if you did go to the grounds in them days, you understand. I can remember once, me and my mate, we were in Pen 3 at Leicester, and as we were coming out, Leicester were playing West Ham fans. Leicester were playing West Ham, And as we came out, for some reason they'd let the West Ham fans out at the same time as the Leicester fans, and the West Ham fans just charged into the stairs where we used to go up to the ground, and all the Leicester, the baby squad and all that, they was behind, and they were trying, and we was trapped. And one minute I was standing with my mate, and the next minute it were gone. And this was only just after Hillsborough, and he was gone. And I was trying to find him. And Mick, where are you, Mick? And all of a sudden I just seen him. And I've always been a big lad, and I just grabbed hold of him, and I don't know how I did it, and I pulled him out. And I thought I was going to lose my best mate that day, just for the sake of a fucking fight. It's not worth it. Football can divide us through rivalry, but it should also bring us together. Days like Hillsborough happens, we should all join together, football fans. We should never take the piss out of somebody losing their life who just goes to watch a football game. No one should ever go to a football ground or a stadium and not return home. So when you do things like this, just fucking think. People have died and left families behind. Lives have been ruined. And a shirt like this and a blow-up plane about Munich isn't really the wisest thing to do. When a player dies at sea in a plane crash, flinging your arms around like a plane in distress, it's not the best, is it? When a chairman loses his life in an helicopter crash with other people, people think it's okay to take the piss. Not really the best thing, is it? Like I say, I understand banter. I love banter. I'll take the piss with the best of any of them. Fuck me, some of the things people have said to me on here, it comes with the territory. But really, if you do leave a comment, leave a nice one.